Welcome to your Daily Writing Habit, episode number 944. If you are writing a book or thinking about it, or maybe you've started writing your book but need some help getting it done, you are in the right place. Good morning. Happy Friday, everyone. I'm your host, Christine Whitmarsh. If you're looking for me online, look for Christine Inc., like that stuff we write with. Each day, I'm sharing with you the writing habits I've learned over my 20 years as a ghostwriter, book coach, and author. I have found that 3 things in particular have a huge impact on your success as an author, and they have the ability to turn a quote-unquote non-author into a published one. Those 3 things are writing fundamentals, productivity, and mindset habits. Here's today's quote. I cannot teach anybody anything. I can only make them think. Socrates. And once again, good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. What we've been doing Friday here on the show once again, returning to the original format actually, FAQs Friday, where I answer your frequently asked questions, whatever book-related questions are on your mind. You send them in. I'll do my best to answer them here on the show every Friday. And here is today's FAQ. I have more of a reader question than a writer one that I'm hoping you can answer. How soon is too soon to quit reading a book when it's just not holding my attention? That's a great question. $1 million question for us as authors, right? And by $1 million, I mean probably how much we've maybe spent on books or will in our lifetime. So as the voracious readers we are, how soon is too soon to give up reading a book that is somewhere on the spectrum of not holding our attention to like overall suckage, even if that just means it's just simply failing to hold our attention, even if it is a well-written book? I know I hesitate to put a book in the discard pile for a few reasons. Obviously, the money spent on purchase, but also as a writer, I always wonder if maybe there's a lesson I can be getting from the book about writing. Something's in there that I should maybe be paying attention to. But yes, eventually from a time and money sunk cost investment, I think is the economic term from that standpoint, eventually there's a point where you go, enough is enough, and you put it in the discard pile and find a book that you do enjoy. Here's an all-purpose lesson that you can apply to those stop-and-go books. Books that just aren't a good fit between the author and you as the reader for whatever reason. The lesson is, if a book isn't holding your attention and the reason is that it's not very good, take notice of that. You might even use your imagination and attempt to reverse engineer why it's not good. Where are the weak areas? Overall book structure, flow of ideas, tightness of the writing fundamentals, strength of narrator voice, whether that means the authors or one of their characters. Make a checklist of your own for all of these potential reasons why a book isn't holding your attention. And hopefully it's a much longer checklist than the examples I just listed. That was to get you started. And see what you can identify when you're in one of these situations, when you're matching up the checklist against the book that didn't hold your attention. And then see what you can learn by applying it to your own writing. So once you do identify the flaws in those books, think about your own writing. Look at that checklist again. Which areas of writing do you personally feel the most confident about? Whether it's structure, flow, character development, scenes, descriptions, writing, all the different things. Which areas do you feel the most confident about? Which areas on your checklist do you feel like you could use some help with? And most importantly, what is your plan to get that help? Research or like a DIY learning or course? Practice and repetition? Book coaching? There's so many different ways to get help. When you read a book that just isn't good, rather than just tossing it into the discard pile without a second thought, how can you use it as a learning opportunity to improve your own writing, even if it's just a trigger to do so, to find out the things that you don't know about the things you don't know? So that's this week's lesson, and thanks for that question. And what questions do you have for me about writing and finishing writing an awesome book? Please send them to me through my website contact page. I will put the link in the show notes or wherever you come across me on social media. Thank you for your questions. And thank you for joining me here on your Daily Writing Habit, where I am helping you write and finish writing an awesome book. I would so appreciate it if you could subscribe and follow wherever you happen to be listening to the show, and leave a review while you're there. Thank you so much. Until tomorrow, happy writing.